Well, another Super Bowl Sunday has come and gone, which I think that means we're allowed to start saying the word Super Bowl again without being bundled off to an NFL prison camp. And hasn't that become such a fun feature of the week before the game since the NFL decided to get so maniacally overzealous about their copyright enforcement that it even made Disney blush? You remember back when Disney was a children's entertainment brand and not yet an international child grooming syndicate? And they used to run around suing daycare providers for having like a vaguely Mickey Mouse looking picture on the outside of the building or something like that. And then Roger Goodell comes along and says, "Hold my beer, Mickey. Watch this. I'm going to ban the entire world from saying the word Super Bowl during Super Bowl week. So on every advertisement, they'll have to awkwardly say the big game instead. It'll sound completely ridiculous. It's going to be great. You'll love it." And here's the point where a normal person might find him or herself wondering, wait a minute. How much money could the National Football League, an $18 billion a year business, actually be making or saving by banning advertisers from using the words Super Bowl? Well, it's a good question. And this reporter, frankly, doesn't know the answer. Who knows? Maybe rich guys just enjoy being assholes. And since we're asking good questions, you know what else is a good question? What the hell does end racism mean? And why is it still painted on every freaking end zone in the goddamn league? Didn't the George Floyd Memorial Summer of Dumb Race Pandering end like 4 years ago, almost? Even the freaking NBA, the gold standard of dumb woke race pandering in professional sports, they don't even do this shit anymore. Also, there is no black national anthem. There is no white national anthem. There is no Amish national anthem. And there ain't no one-legged midget albino Eskimo anthem. Though I have it on good authority that if there was, it would be called the Igloo Stomp. But seriously, what does end racism mean? Hell, let's say you actually could end racism just by wishing on a magic rainbow unicorn fart. How would you know when the battle was won? Like, do you have to go and cut everybody's head open and see if there's any racist cooties that run out? And isn't there something vaguely odious, vaguely sinister even, about an aspirational goal that seeks to eradicate thoughts from other people's heads? You know, I was disappointed to read earlier today that this year's Super Bowl got 9 million more viewers than last year. And why is that disappointing? Because we are a nation of ridiculous, pathetic cucks. That is why. Remember a few years ago when the league had half-empty stadiums and cratering TV ratings, and it looked for all the world like the woke NFL was teetering on the brink of collapse? It's too bad we'll never know how close it was, because tens of millions of you quietly went crawling back like so many battered spouses instead of finishing the job and doing what we proved could be done when we took down Bud Light. And granted, it was easier for me to walk away from pro football than it was for most, since first all the anthem kneeling nonsense happened, and then my team left town, all within the same 6-month period, so I wasn't even around for the George Floyd Memorial Summer of Dumb Race Pandering when it rolled around in 2020. In fact, last Sunday was the 8th consecutive Super Bowl I have not watched. And it was the first time I haven't had a single person ask beforehand if I was going to watch the game, which I think that should be considered progress. I was actually quite taken aback when I got home after the blast radius and Lady Curmudgeon was sitting there watching the game all by herself. So, full disclosure, I saw the last minute 16 of regulation and the overtime, and that was the extent of my NFL watching for this year. And I think the first thing I said after I sat down was, Jesus Christ, they have still got end racism painted in the goddamn end zones? You know, I think I've remarked before once or twice on the fact that it's fascinating to view the world as a former sports fan, which I think I pretty much am now. I mean, my football team left town like a bunch of bitch-ass bitches. But oh well, I still got baseball, right? And then they put the goddamn designated hitter in the National League. But oh well, I still got my hockey season tickets, right? Come on, relax. The wokesters are never gonna come after hockey, of all things. And then, sure enough, they start playing fucking diversity videos before the hockey games. Because of all the problems in the world that require our urgent collective attention, I can think of none more pressing than hockey having too many white guys.